Why? Why do you need this? Secondly is how they did it. A very good morning from Venice in Italy. Right now I'm on one of 118 islands that makes up Venice. It's called, the island I'm on, Giudecca, if that's a pronunciation, if it's correct. There's so many. It's San Marco, San Polo, Castello, Brino, Marino, and so on. 118. What I read this morning. This one here, it's quite interesting because I did a walkthrough yesterday. I will make another video, but in this video, I'm actually going to head over to the other side of this section, to the island called San Marco, or the square. It's quite popular. We'll do a walkthrough and see what we can find interesting over there. But I'll definitely give you guys a tour of this island, the one I'm on, Giudecca. There is something I found only this morning quite interesting about this place here. So Marco Polo, the traveler back in the day, is quite popular, quite famous. Everyone I think knows. He was traveling along with the Mongolian Empire. I don't have much knowledge, but on the Silk Road. So he was traveling the world all the time. And he originated from this district, this state, the Venice. And apparently his house is somewhere over there. So I'm gonna try to find that house. Let's see what happens with that, but that's gonna be a different video. It's not gonna be this one. But for now, I just need to catch a ferry to go to San Marco. 4.1. 10:38, so 10, right, should be fine. So what is that, 1, 2, oh, it's the first stop, perfect. Just need to get a ticket. So they got these platforms built pretty much everywhere a boat pulls in, because imagine a boat pulling next to a section that's solid, like not going to move, and the water here is quite rough. I mean, it's a rough day today, but it usually would have been rough because the ocean is super busy. So this is another smart way to do it. So it's like, this is a suspended platform, a floating one. So when it's floating and moving along with the boat, so when you get off the boat, you don't feel like a massive difference. But because it's connected and suspended, and it's much easier to come to the solid landmass. San Marco?
Yes, sir.
So there are no cars in Venice. It's only boats. So the boats get replaced by, no, boats replace cars, and the canals replace road, streets. Saying that, it doesn't mean you can't walk around the island and you need a boat all the time. You can walk around. They got a lot of footbridges, as you can see over there. So most of these islands are actually connected via footbridges. But something like what we're doing right now, you're gonna have to have a boat or some sort. So we have officially made it to San Marco, the big island. Look at the sea level, like we're literally on par with it. So Venice used to be really rich back in its peak, and I'm talking about maybe 2,000 years ago, and it had control of all the way to Crete in Greece, the island, and all the major ports along the Balkans, so Montenegro, Zadar, all the way. So once it was quite wealthy, and it was its own independent Republic of Venezia, they call it, and now it's part of Italy, but it was independent. The best of the best, and I think the geographical location gave it an advantage, because think about it, where it is on the map. It's an ideal location between Europe, Middle East, Central Asia. So, you know, think about it. Back in the days, the water trade, everything is reliant on the ship ports, and here you are, bang in the middle. You be laughing. I know there's a bit of a construction happening, but I was trying to get my head around two things. One, that water over there, and second, these platforms are pretty much spread out everywhere. So now I'm thinking, are they there because maybe the part where they are gets flooded often, because we are literally on level with the ocean? So maybe the water comes in, and if it's like this, imagine that. It'd be a mission to walk around. Let's move away from crying babies. Hello. Hello. So back in the days, I used to think people in Venice, they just go from one place to another on a boat. Yes, they do. So, but the matter of the fact, they also have a lot of roadways, a lot of bridges connecting. So, yeah, I think they need boats to be connected with the outside world. So the mainland, or even going from one island to another. Oh, the dog's back there. He's gonna think I'm following him. 90 euro for personalized during the day, and the night to, I think, sunset is 110. So here we are at the Grand Canal. Let's see if it looks grand. Oh, grande, grande. It is grande. This is pretty impressive, and they got 4 different bridges here, I believe, on the Grand Canal. There's one over there, and they say if you get a chance trying to climb over all of these 4 bridges or go over them, I can definitely guarantee there'll be one for sure. Time to walk over the bridge. So this is one of the 4 bridges, and it's certainly popular. Maggie? Maggie? Maggie, you enjoying the view? This is so good. Yes, Maggie. Yes. Oh, I think me and Maggie be in love. Alright, let's continue. So that means I'm going to move out of your way. Perfect. We are on the other side of this bridge. So back in the days, people used to hide their identity because it's a small place, everyone knows everyone. So if you're doing something and you go to the church and it's frowned upon, like, I've been drinking or going to the, I don't know, prostitutes or whatever reason, parties, I don't know. So people used to wear these masks when they go party. So in an event of going to the church, no one will know it was them. And since then, it's just become a part of this area. And they do have a massive party once a year where everyone wears masks and just chill out. Nothing to do with hiding your identity anymore. Yum. Stand by, guys. Bit of change of plan.
Alright, the other thing that I want to
So Venice is a floating city. It's man-made. But then one will ask two questions actually. One, why? Why do you need this? Secondly is how they did it. The answer for the first one, why, is it's quite simple. It is protection from mainland invaders. But how they did it, that's nothing less than an engineering marvel. So those wooden planks, very similar to those they used back in the day, they dug them deep into the mud at the sediment of the ocean. So they dug them like about 4 meters in. Now, wood is prone to rotting. But luckily, for rotting to happen, you need air and water. It's in the ocean, so plenty of water. But in the mud, there is no air. That worked in the favor. So in the absence of air, the wood cannot rot. But what it does is, it actually gets stronger, becomes almost like concrete. So they planted all these different planks, like so many of those, as far as from each other as much as the soil will allow them, to have them like really close and have a solid foundation. Once that was done, they put rocks and soil and all the kind of stuff in it, and it became a solid foundation. They added extra layers of wooden planks to make a really solid base on top of these planks, and then they obviously built the houses with bricks and added marble for the decoration purposes. So all the city where we are walking around, these 118 islands, they didn't exist. They're man-made. There was ocean here once. That is a true determination of mankind's creation as well as preservation. They thought about it. They thought actually long. So Venice we're pretty much on par with the sea level today. But when it was built back in, 1,500 years ago, the sea level back then was about 6 feet below where we are today. So they thought about it long enough, but it's inevitable that Venice will go underwater. And the scientists have come up with a number. About 100 years from today, with the rate of global warming and everything else, that's when it's going to happen. So if you get a chance, come over here. I think anyone who's watching this video, in your time frame, you should be okay. But give it a couple more 100 years, yeah, that's definitely going to be gone. They can slow down the process, but it's going to happen. So how many days do you need to be in Venice for? Well, you can stay here for as long as you want to, but I think 1 full day, that's pretty good. So for example, 2 nights, that's good. I'm here for 3 nights, but the reason for that is because the flight I'm catching from Venice to Poland it fell on Thursday, which is like I had to stay 1 extra day. So I haven't really planned what I'm going to do tomorrow. Maybe I'll just come back here. And this is Venice. We just walk around, cruisy, sit down, eat, have coffee, drink, or just get lost in streets like that, the alleyways. So with those people constructing, as mankind as a whole, we are still building this place. We are maintaining, we are renovating, knowing fully that this will be under the water one day. Not long to go, 100, maybe 200 max. But we don't do that kind of stuff in our personal life. What I'm talking about is living a life in the present. We always make decisions in the present based on future. In a bigger picture, yes, that's a wise thing to do, but I'm talking about little things. Like if something makes you happy today, if you want to buy something today, and you can, we always think about, oh, am I going to need that in the future? Just that mentality, same mankind. Like when it comes to building a place that's going to be gone under the water for sure, we just do it because that's what's required today. But living a personal life, we just always think we'll do it in the future, or is it important in the future what I do today, what I buy today? Crazy.